My first big break. So I feel like there's two, and I'm going to tell you both. When I did Bump and Grind, I went from being a kid that kind of just danced in a dance school, was in Liverpool, didn't really have any prospects, wasn't going to go on and be a dancer or anything. I didn't think of going to university or college or anything like that. I went from being like that kid when I did Bump and Grind, and I met, professional people, my first agent, Aisha, and all of that. That was obviously my first big break. Aisha said, move to London. I said, yes, okay. And I just continued. I just followed what she said. So I think that's a really obvious first big break. And it kind of makes me laugh. I forget that I started in a reality TV show. Really, if you think about it, would I have followed this career if it wasn't for a reality TV show? And I know now we've got like Love Island and things like that. And I look at the people that I think, this was me. This is what I did, Anyway. I think it was like 2005 or something, guys. It's insane, isn't it? I really wanted to find clips to share with you guys, and I can't find any clips because it was that long ago. Like, it just doesn't exist on YouTube. Anyway, second big break, which I actually think was my big break. After I went to New York for a year, and if you've been watching my other videos, you'll know the story. That year I went to New York, when I came back, I was really dead set on working with Jessie J. She just broke out, Do It Like a Dude. It was cool as anything. And she was using the cool girls, shout out to all them girls, like I have everyone on here. And I was like, this is super cool. This is my lane. This is me. This is what I want to do, And this is what I think I can do, actually. And so I came back and I had a very clear vision of, I want to work with Jessie J. And so I made a plan. What does that look like? Who's Jessie J's choreographer? Kimmy Taylor. Shout out to Kimmy Taylor. How can I get in front of Kimmy? Right, she teaches at Pineapple. I think it was 2 times a week. Right, okay, so let me dedicate myself to these 2 classes a week. Let me dedicate the money, the time, the energy, the effort, everything. This is what I'm doing, 2 classes a week with Kimmy Taylor. I needed to get good at hairstyle, and if anyone knows Kimmy, you'll know her style is very challenging. For me, it was difficult, so I needed to commit myself. I needed to get to know Kimmy, get in front of her, get good at her style. I needed to really do the things. And after a while of doing that, and I don't remember how long, but it wasn't that long. I remember Kimmy sending me a Facebook message, asking me, am I available for these dates, like send me a headshot, something like that. I can't remember. And I was like, oh my god, what is this? Sending my stuff, blah blah blah. And then shortly heard back that she wanted to confirm me for Jessie J. And it was obviously because the vision was so clear, it was so set. This is what I want to do. I'd worked so hard, to really, put the stepping stones in place. So that was definitely my first big thing. I had done jobs before that. I'd actually done quite a lot of jobs before that, but they were kind of small. They were things that was really cool, but not what I really wanted to do. That was my first I remember getting the confirmation, everything, and the job itself was incredible. I was working alongside dancers that I really looked up to, Leanne Lee May, Rebby, people that I, for years, I'd been looking at thinking, I want to work with you guys. I'm trying to learn from you guys. These girls were amazing. And so when I was on the job, looking left and right and seeing these girls and thinking, I'm finally here. All this investment has paid off, all this time, money, all the years of these journeys are difficult, these journeys of being so skint, physically, emotionally, drained, really just wanting it and trying and going for it and being away from family and the ups and downs of being in London that young and everything. I remember when we did that performance with Jessie J, we started on the stage held in a position, not that position, we were held in a strong position behind a see-through curtain, so we were a silhouette. I remember holding my position, the music starting, and really thinking oh my god, this is it, I'm so proud of myself for all the work that I've done so far that's gotten me here, and this is just the beginning. And I remember the feeling still, I'll never forget it. It was absolutely amazing. So I'd say that was my first big break, but obviously Bump and Grind was the first big break. I'm so grateful for all of these memories, all of these like stories that I get to share.